Hello, Emily from the Pencil Room here. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to draw lips. Normally I teach drawing by referring to a photograph, but for this one we're going to focus on the process. We'll work from imagination, but we'll also follow a process of 7 simple steps. Follow these steps and you will have great looking lips in no time. Now there are 2 huge mistakes I see students make when drawing lips, and they are drawing outlines and drawing curves. And I'll show you how you can avoid these mistakes as we go. Step 1. Use an HB pencil to draw a rectangle with a cross section. This is going to show how big and how long the top and the bottom lip will be. Try to keep your lines light so that you can rub them out easily later on. To draw the form of the lips, we're going to use 5 simple shapes. These shapes will show how plump the lips are. At the middle of the top lip, draw a heart shape which has soft corners. And on either side, draw 2 teardrop shapes to show each side of the top lip. For the bottom lip, we just need to draw 2 circles side by side at the centre. In very pouty lips, these underlying shapes are quite prominent, and you'll see a crease between the 2 plump circle shapes on the bottom lip. Now we have a plan for the rest of our drawing. Next we can sketch the outline of the lips. At the moment the centre line is straight. We'll add some angles in here to make it look more natural. Usually there are 6 angles, 3 on each side of the heart shape. And the direction of these angles can change the expression of the mouth, particularly if the corner angles are sloping up or sloping down. There are also angles for the edge of the top lip and angles for the edge of the bottom lip. There are 4 angles here to show the Cupid's bow and 3 angles here on the bottom lip. Don't make the mistake of drawing big curves for the top and the bottom lip, or they'll just look too simplistic. Now round off your outlines and erase the lines you no longer need. We can add a few curves here and here just to keep the form of the heart shape and the circles. Before we start shading, make sure your outline isn't too dark. This is another really common mistake that people make. Why is it a mistake? Well, because if you look at a photograph, you'll see that the top edge of the mouth is light. Even the bottom edge, it doesn't have an outline darker than its colour. So don't make the mistake of outlining the lips, or they'll end up looking cartoonish. To add the shading, first mark out where the lightest and the darkest parts will be. If the light source is coming naturally from above, there will be a reflection on the bottom lip. Use very light lines to sketch a shape for that highlight. The sides of the lips, where they slant backwards towards the face, will be darker. And it will also be darker where the top lip curves under and where the top lip casts a shadow on the bottom lip. Lightly mark in these areas before you start shading. Now use your pencil on its side to shade over all of the lips except for the lightest area, and then add another layer of shading over top for the darkest areas. The shading doesn't have to be perfect for this base layer, but do try to get smooth tonal values. Sometimes it helps to hold the pencil a little bit further back. Use your pencil on its side like this. Not like this. Remember, we're shading an even layer across all of the lips except for the lightest area. And then shading the darkest areas over top. One thing to check at this stage is if you have an outline around the lips. Remember, the outline should be the same or lighter than the shading. So go ahead and gently erase the outline if it is darker than the shading. At this stage the drawing might look a little bit ugly and grey, but we can start to add some more detail now. To make the centre line look more natural, use a darker pencil to add a soft dark line. Change the quality of the line from thick at the corners of the mouth to thin and then thick again on either side of that heart shape. Use your pencil on its side to keep that dark line nice and soft. The lips have a texture that we'll add soon, but first put down some of the main wrinkles. These curve upwards and outwards from the centre of the top lip. And there are also some on the bottom lip that curve around the contour. Before doing anything else, add in some very light shading to the skin around the mouth to show the context of the face. You could use a Q-tip or a tissue here just to smooth out some of your shading marks and keep it nice and soft. Add a shadow for the philtrum. That's that groove that sits between your top lip and your nose. And add a shadow under the bottom lip. Gently erase a light line along the top edge of the upper lip. And now add texture to the skin of the lips by creating many thin, light lines that follow the contour of the lips. You can draw over top of the highlight on the bottom lip. It's time to create the final touches to create fullness in the lips. If I convert the pink or reddish colour of the lips into black and white, you'll see that the tonal values range from dark grey through to white. So check that your drawing shows dark and light greys and add some more shading if you need to. This is called balancing the tonal values. Make sure you still have the dark and light areas that we marked out earlier. Keep on building up your shading in layers until you're happy with how dark the lips are. If you do a lot more shading and a lot more blending, then you'll need to use a darker pencil to go back over your dark details like the centre line and the darkest wrinkles. To finish up, use an eraser on the areas where the light hits the lips. The cupid's bow of the top lip just a little bit over here. the white highlight on the bottom lip, and then some thin light lines along one side of each of the main wrinkles. And now you're finished. I'd suggest repeating this drawing several times to really get used to the process on your own. You can experiment with changing the width and the height of the lips. You can also change the expression of the lips by adjusting those 6 angles of the center line. If this lesson was useful to you, please hit the like button and hit subscribe for more drawing tutorials in the future. Don't stop practicing, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and if you want to try drawing noses next, check out this video over here.